MSC Cruisecast is a Triple T production. Now, the Taste Try Travel team of Beth and Chris.
Hey!
Well, hello, Chris.
Well, hello, Beth.
How are you today?
I am very good. This isn't a cruise cast. This is just us seeing each other.
For the first time today.
Exactly.
Okay. We have an interesting podcast today.
On the MSC Cruise Cast right here with the Taste Try
Travel.
What are we going to be talking about today?
The exciting subject of clothes.
Which I literally never would have thought of as something that people
would have questions
about.
Right.
And yet we get a ton of questions about what do you wear on a cruise? What do you wear in the yacht club?
I know.
I just never would have thought.
Well, we don't have as many questions about necessarily just on a cruise, but a lot came up about the yacht club.
Right. And
it's kind of on MSC, it's opposite of what you would think it would be.
Yeah, it is. You'll get to that, right?
Yeah.
I can understand that. In Yacht Club, you're going on there. Lots of times you think that this is snooty.
Upscale.
It's full of snooty, upscale people.
Yeah.
What do they wear? I don't want to stand out. I don't want to feel like they like look at me and like, well, he doesn't belong here.
Right.
So I guess I could understand that people would have questions about Yacht Club.
But we were surprised about non-Yacht Club. You know, when we went on the seashore, we were quite surprised about what people wore, particularly at night, obviously. Yeah.
MSC is different
in
in what they wear, and it really surprised us.
It is, yeah.
What you will see on MSC. And
so jumping right in, you're going to find that people like to dress up so much more on MSC. And it probably have to do with there are quite a lot of Europeans, even in the Caribbean.
Yep.
And so that's their tendency, and that's what they tend to, do is just get a little bit more dressed up than Americans.
Exactly.
And not just on gala night, like every night.
I would say that every night seems like a formal night.
Yeah.
On MSC. Now, they're not saying that.
No.
You don't feel out of place
if
you're not dressed like that. But you see like families that are all nice. They look very nice. And you're like, did I miss something on the little planner that it was formal night? Did I miss that?
Exactly.
But the next night, they're all dressed very nice again.
Yep.
We sat next to a family on the seashore, right? That family that were always late to dinner. Do you remember that?
No.
Oh.
I could lie and say I did, but I don't remember.
Okay. Well, we sat next to a little family. I had three younger kids. Not younger kids, but they were all in their early late ones.
Yeah.
How do you say that? The late aughts.
Late aughts. 8, 9, 10. There you go.
Yeah. 11, 12, 13, probably in there. They had 3 kids.
Yeah.
They always came about 20 minutes after everybody else. You don't remember that?
Yeah, I remember. That was in the main dining room.
Yeah, it was in the main dining room.
Gotcha. Okay, yeah.
And they were always dressed so nice. The kids were dressed so nice.
I mean, you definitely saw your gambit of like shorts and t-shirts all the way up to like suits and cocktail dresses.
Yes, but you saw way less shorts.
Yeah.
In the main dining room on MSC.
Yeah.
On every other cruise we've been on.
People want to dress down.
Way
right?
more. Exactly. They want to dress down.
The tendency is on like, the U.S. cruise lines is to like, oh, can I just get away with the least amount possible almost sometimes.
Right. Almost like on, I would even say on like Celebrity.
Even on Celebrity, they dress down.
They dressed down as much as they could.
Yeah.
And on MSC, they dressed up as much as they could. So
And I think that's fun. Like you don't get a lot of chance to like really dress up, right? In your normal life. So when you're going on a cruise, I think there's a time to like be fun.
Have fun.
Exactly.
You certainly don't need to dress up.
Not at all.
Not at all.
But we've noticed a lot more people do. So if you know, and I brought a prop.
Okay.
And for those of you listening, I guess
I will describe it. Go ahead and hold it up. It is a silver sequined nighttime evening dress.
It's a completely sequenced dress. I have had this for probably about 5 years now. Cost me $6.50 at Goodwill. I couldn't pass it up. But who in the heck has a place to wear something like this? A completely sequenced dress. Nowhere except on a cruise. And so I'm excited to try this on MSC because I will be able to fit in perfectly any night I want to wear this.
Exactly. You will not be out of place
I know.
if you wear that to any restaurant on board MSC.
I know.
There will be other people dressed like you and maybe even
more
fancier.
Yeah. And I think on Gala Night, it's I don't even remember. It seemed to be about the same amount of people dressed up.
Yes. I would say when we were not in Yacht Club, same amount. It didn't matter. Yeah. Gala Night looked like every other night.
Yeah.
In the Yacht Club, I would actually say
it was opposite.
They actually dressed up more on Gala Night than they did regular. Like regularly in the Yacht Club, people dressed down more than in the main part of the ship.
And we were really surprised about that. So like you saw in the dining room a lot, and men can certainly wear like not swim shorts, but like dress shorts with like a polo. You saw that all the time in the dining room. And you hardly ever saw like, suits or ties or anything like that. So I think it was just like, it was opposite. And I think that was a big surprise for us.
Exactly. The only time I really saw people dress up was the Gala Night.
Yeah.
In the Yacht Club.
In the Yacht Club. Yep.
Like you said, they did dress nice at all times. They're not going to let you in the Yacht Club dining room if you dress down. If you're in a swimsuit, which they probably won't in the main dining room either, they're probably not going to let you in. If that looks like you're wearing a swimsuit in there. I mean, obviously for women, you're going to notice that it's a swimsuit. But for men, if you look like you're, they're probably not going to let you in. But they're definitely not going to let you in the Yacht Club.
Right.
But there were some, nice shorts, nice shirt.
Yep.
People just in shirts and slacks, jeans and a shirt. I saw a
lot of jeans. Yeah.
I saw a few blazers that people put on.
Right.
But literally like couple blazers where they were. And in the main dining room, not in the Yacht Club, suits, ties,
cocktail dresses,
blazers all the time. Hardly ever saw anybody in shorts.
Yeah. And we found that really interesting. So it just is so opposite of what some of the other cruise lines are like. So we just kind of wanted to make sure to share that.
Yeah, it was fun. It was so funny to see that. MSC is so opposite of the other cruise lines.
Right. Now, I know a lot of people have asked us, have messaged, and asked particular questions about Yacht Club and if they have to dress up. And so, again, I think that's kind of what we were just saying is you don't need a suit if you don't want a suit. So I think it kind of just is just a fun mix of all these kind of dresses, people dressing up, people dressing down.
Exactly. I think Yacht Club rules kind of apply to every other cruise generally.
Exactly. Yeah.
In that wear what you want to wear.
Yeah.
If it's comfortable and you're happy and you feel to the nines in it, or whatever whatever you're to the sevens, wear it. It doesn't matter.
Yeah.
Unless you're wearing crummy clothes. They're not they're going to let you in. They're going to take care of you.
Right. I would say just keep in mind that at least on the Meraviglia, because that's the only yacht club that we know, they only had the restaurant. Stashy? Our dog is starting to cry. The yacht club only had the restaurant open at night, so that was the only dining option inside the yacht club, unless you were going to do like room service. So it was like the buffet grill up on the top deck, where you would think you could do like super casual, wouldn't be open at dinner. So you'd have to at least dress like medium, I would say.
I think close at like 4 or something like that.
So because that restaurant, of course you could go outside the yacht club, but inside the yacht club, it was only the regular dining room. So you'd have to kind of at least like put nicer shorts on or jeans or, something like that. So
yeah, just don't look like you're
just out of the pool.
Out of the pool or
were you about to say homeless?
Yeah, I shouldn't say homeless, but if you don't, what I mean.
Yeah,
exactly.
Yeah,
as long as you hit those 2 benchmarks, you're good.
Yeah, but don't be afraid to really have fun and wear that outfit that you haven't had the guts to wear yet.
Right. I never wear ties.
No. I don't even know the last time I've seen you wear a tie except on a cruise.
On a cruise, I like to wear a tie.
Yeah.
I like to bring my red tie and put on my red tie.
That's right.
And I'd do more ties, but I literally have lost my ties because
we had a whole box. He had some really nice ties, and we had a whole box of them, and within moving and stuff, somehow they've lost. So he has one tie and it's red. So.
And that's
what you got. That's what we cruise with.
Exactly.
But another fun thing to prepare ahead of time is some of the theme nights that are on MSC. And we have found that they are really fun to dress up for those and to join in those. So do you want to talk a little bit about the theme nights?
Yes, I tried to find out like something about their theme nights, because really and truly we've only experienced like the white party
and the gala night
yeah, but evidently there are more.
And I want to know more about those.
So in just reading, they have evidently a flower glory party.
Flower glory.
I'm
assuming that's like a 60s party.
Exactly. That's exactly what it is.
Yeah.
It's a hippie 60s, 70s party, throwback to that era.
Yeah.
Why it's called the Flower Glory party. It was called Flower Power.
Okay.
I mean, that's the
Is that somehow
saying.
like the interpretation of flower power to like from Italian to English is now flower glory?
Exactly. Sometimes it gets lost in translation from Italian to English. And I'm just wondering if they, somewhere high up they went, it's the Flower Glory party.
That's funny.
And everybody that was thinking, why isn't it called the Flower Power party?
Just said, okay, I guess it's
okay. And they're like, maybe they brought it to, hey, it's Flower Power party. And he's like, no, Flower Glory party. Like, okay.
That's what we're doing.
Okay. Anyway, they have that.
So we've been on 2 MSC ships and we've not seen one of those, which.
No. I think it's like a 70s
yeah.
party on other ships. You know, people that have the 70s parties.
Right.
And then
what?
They advertise that they have a space party.
What?
Yeah. So on their ships that have the LED in the promenade.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Is that what they call it? The main mall area?
Right. The Meraviglia had that.
Meraviglia, the
Seascape?
And the Virtuosa. I think those 3 are the same. Is that right?
No, Seascape is one of the newer ones.
I don't think Seascape is. Anyway. Seaside.
Okay.
Sorry. Seaside, the Virtuosa, and the Meraviglia.
Okay.
I was just looking at the ones that had it. They make the roof like outer space and then have a silent disco. So it's all space themed and
How fun. Now we did a silent disco when we were in Marivelia, but I felt like it was not themed like that.
I didn't notice
it being
themed.
it.
They didn't say anything about it, although we did show up just like 10
late.
minutes after it started.
Yeah.
15 minutes after it started, maybe. So maybe they announced it beforehand and we missed that it was space themed. But when I looked up, I don't remember. I thought I remember
either.
like really like disco-y lights in that one, like flashy and bright. And I thought I remember that.
It hasn't even been that long ago. And I don't remember space, but I could see that happening. I think that's a really cool area for a silent disco. We had fun with it. Yeah.
Exactly. I mean, that sounds fun. I wish that it was when on the ones that we were in.
Yeah.
I mean, that's another fun thing you could dress up as. If you're like me.
What would you wear?
Maybe a Darth Vader outfit.
I could see that.
Stormtrooper.
Going as a stormtrooper. How would you even pack that?
Jawa. You could be a Jawa.
That'd be like a whole suitcase by itself.
Pick your favorite Star Wars character and go to that theme space. Anyway, Star Trek.
That's true. Yeah.
Anyway, I'm just saying that's a fun way to, it's a fun time to dress up too. If that was.
Has any of you been to a MSC space party? Wow.
I know.
Okay, so we haven't yet. So that's going to be one of our goals.
I know.
Yeah.
I really want to do that.
Yeah.
It sounds fun. I mean, we love silent discos anyway.
Yeah.
So, and those were the two that I was really surprised. They list those 4. So
well, let's talk a little bit
the
about
white party.
Yeah, let's talk a little bit about the white party.
Hold on. The white party, the gala night.
Okay.
The flower glory party.
Yeah.
And the space party.
Okay.
But I think that's great. I love those themes. I want to see the other 2 that we haven't experienced yet.
I know.
Anyways, yes, let's talk about.
Well, okay, so here's. I think some of the other lines have white parties as well. So I think that Carnival has, and I think NCL has. But I think we really enjoyed the white party. When we were on the seascape, there was bad weather, so they ended up doing it inside, and I think it kind of lost a little bit of its fun. It kind of was like a little diminished. And I think that was the day on the seashore that you had been having a migraine and weren't feeling really well anyway. So that was kind of a dull evening.
I know I didn't really get to experience it.
So but when we were on the Marivelia, it was beautiful weather out. It was outside on the cruise deck, and I know a lot of you are probably like this. Like we were like, we don't own anything white. Like who wears white clothes? So I found just like this little white dress I found at Goodwill for a couple bucks. I'm like, sure, why not? So I got that. And then I think, Chris, you had like a shirt that had like a white background and had like some flowers on it or something. So he was like, I don't have anything white and I'm not going out to buy anything white. And I'm guaranteeing you that a lot of you guys have had that same kind of conversation with yourselves. Like, I'm not buying something white. Anyway, I got something cheap, and I think it added a lot to the fun of being in the white party because everyone else was dressed with something white, if it was just either a top or what. And it was really fun. We did the, what's that line where you all
conga
stand?
Line.
We did the conga line, and then kind of towards the end, everyone was just like jumping and dancing kind of up front, and they had some of the the black lights, so all of it started to glow a little bit when it kind of got dark out. So I think it's like kind of a signature party for them.
Yeah, definitely. They own White Night.
Yeah.
Every White Night that we've been on other cruise lines, MSC does it better.
I think MSC does best, yeah.
And that kind of leads into what I was going to say real quick. Carnival does an awesome job of getting people involved in their parties and their celebrations, and when they have the public areas, and they really get people involved. They know the songs to pick. They know what to say to people. And
Carnival's known for
exactly. They get people involved. MSC does too.
Yeah.
They do it a little bit different in that it doesn't feel like, I don't want to put Carnival down. and say like a bar beer party, but it feels a little more like you're at a bar and there's a MC up there and he's kind of getting the people involved that are at the bar.
Yeah.
I don't mean that in a bad way.
No, because we've had a lot of fun on Carnival.
Exactly.
So we get
it's
it.
a lot of fun.
Yeah.
But on MSC, they tend to stick more towards the theme of what's going on to
Right.
get people involved.
Right. And I think you can choose to be up there and be part of it, or not.
Exactly.
It doesn't feel like, it takes over.
So I think that they do a very, very, very good job of doing their theme nights and getting people involved and making it a ship-wide activity, and just seeing that theme throughout the entire ship.
So the night of the white night, you started seeing people walk around with something white. You could tell they were going to be part of the party, starting early, like 5 or 6, because we were kind of out and about that night. Because it wasn't gala night.
No,
it was separate, right? That night.
No, yeah, we went to the teppanyaki restaurant that night.
Yeah.
But very early, because I remember that on Seashore they have a beautiful atrium, that just huge tall atrium with LEDs and glass, and it just makes that whole space really neat.
Yeah.
And it was all kind of white themed on the LEDs, and the band that was
they were all in white.
They were already all in
jackets.
white.
Yep.
Up there, and that was at like you said, like 4:00, maybe even before that.
A lot of the guests that were walking around too were already, you could tell, were excited about the party, and they had something white on. And so I would say that even if you don't own white or want to dress you don't have to dress all in white, so like I said, a lot of the guys just wore like something white on the top.
Yeah.
But it's a fun way to feel like you're joining everybody else in that party, because it kind of takes over the ship that night.
Exactly. There's white everywhere.
Yeah. And it's fun to feel like you're part of it.
Yeah.
Yeah. So don't regret. So, how do I want to say this? Like, when you're at home, don't be like, I don't have anything white, I'm not going to get it. And then when you're on the ship, regret that you didn't just grab something to feel like you're part of it. So
stick something white in there.
Just throw something. You got something, or a white scarf or whatever. So
you'll enjoy the night way more if you have fun with it and really get into it too. So.
Yeah, they were playing some really fun music when we were on Meraviglia, when we were up on deck, and I think we were probably out there for like an hour and a half or something, and that's probably one of the longest. Besides that, and then the silent disco that we did, those are probably the two of the longest parties that we usually attend, because a lot of times we'll poop out halfway through.
Exactly.
We're like, okay,
well,
we're tired.
we did poop out pretty quickly at the white party, but all we did was just sit down out there and then people watch for like 20
That's
minutes.
so fun.
Then we got back up and started dancing again.
That is another thing. Like, if you're not like really, really into, like, you don't want to dance or don't feel comfortable doing that, just hang out around there and you get to watch everyone. And it's pretty fun too.
Everybody's believe me, everybody's having such a good time.
Yeah.
You will too.
Yeah.
When you're up there in the party, you will. Don't feel intimidated.
Exactly.
You might feel intimidated by, maybe you're not a party people person. Anybody really
can conga
not.
line though. Anyone can get in a conga line.
I'm really not into
you're not.
a big party social.
Yeah.
That's not me, but it's a lot of fun on
Yeah.
a cruise. People just are up there having a good time.
Yeah.
So,
It feels like you're kind of joining in.
Yeah.
So yeah, I guess just, as far as what you wear on a cruise ship, be comfortable, wear what you want to wear, and maybe bring some of these other things to kind of just, join into the parties.
Yes. I wanted to go over just one thing.
Yeah.
Because I went to the MSC website and while I was doing some research for this.
Yeah.
And I looked at their nighttime activities.
Oh, okay.
And they have another couple that are interesting.
Okay.
They have one called the Beer Festival.
Really?
Yes.
Okay. Not heard of that one.
I'm going to read you directly from their website. Okay. Fun-packed festive celebrations with a Bavarian flair. Decorations, costumes, games, music, and of course beer. There's even a master of beer competition. So if you're on that
bring
cruise,
your lederhosen.
Bring your lederhosen. Learn how to do that slap dance that they do.
Just in case. That's funny.
I didn't know that they had a festival of beer.
I wonder if that happens maybe during October, like October.
It could be. Maybe they just do that during.
That might be in like just Europe or something. I don't know. What else did you find?
Something called. Now this may have been on our cruise, and I just don't remember. Mm-hmm. The MSC factor. Do you remember anything?
Oh, was it like the X Factor?
I think so.
I think they had that.
Did they? And we just didn't have time to do that.
Yeah, we get sometimes busy filming stuff that we don't always pay attention to what's happening.
Think you've got what it takes to be a star in our onboard talent competition, the MSC Factor? Then come and showcase what you can do in the most exciting talent show at sea, whatever your specific talent may be. Don't be shy. Come and show the world what it's been missing.
That's awesome. Yeah, that was on, and we didn't do it. We didn't watch any of it.
We have a hard time sometimes at night trying
to get around to a bunch of things. Yeah.
But
that does sound fun if you had a talent that,
I just didn't. Neither one of those things do I remember from our cruises on MSC.
Right.
But the beer festival, I thought that was great. The nighttime activity, the beer festival.
Wow.
I'm going to look for that on our next.
Neither of us drink beer.
On our next MSC cruise, which the day that this comes out,
we'll be getting off of it.
Will we be getting off of it?
Yes.
Or are we getting on it?
No, we're getting off today.
Oh, okay. No, we don't get off on a Thursday, do we?
We got off yesterday.
We get off on a Wednesday?
No, we get off tomorrow. We're going downhill. Okay, so at some point we will have gotten off our latest cruise, and we'll have more information on any parties that have updated.
Oh boy. Anyway, I don't want to give away what's happening on this cruise that we're either on or about to be on, or
were just
off of. But there might be some extra parties that happen on this cruise.
Excited.
You'll have to tune in to those videos to find out.
Yep. We'll post those every Sunday morning. So.
All right. Well,
I hope that answers some questions for you on kind of what to expect when you board MSC, and maybe you can prepare to wear accordingly.
Yeah. Bring what you feel comfortable in.
Yeah.
And then keep in mind there's some theme nights
that are fun to just be a part of.
And if you like to dress up, you have a favorite outfit,
you can do it every single night.
Don't wait till gala night.
Yeah.
You're not going to feel out of place on an MSC cruise.
Absolutely. Yep.
Other people are dressing up every night too.
Yep.
So
exactly.
It's a fun way to cruise, I think.
Yeah. So I hope that kind of gave you guys some more information, and that wraps up what we have to say about what to wear.
What to wear on an MSC
cruise.
Anyway.
All right. We have a lot more fun podcasts coming, and they're going to come out every Thursday. So until then, we'll see you in the next episode.
Bye, everybody.
Bye-bye.